Good morning, my fellow YouTubers. So today, got a little journey today. So on my 8.1 vortec, it comes with this like 3-wire sensor, and then realistically the third wire is the green one. It's for your gauge. Outside that's a 2-wire. A lot of people convert the 2 wires to a 3-wire, because they want to better have a working gauge in it. And I get that, I really do. I get it. The problem with these, and it could be just me, I don't know. You don't really see a lot about it on Facebook or anything, or on YouTube or anything, so it's probably more me. But so I installed this brand new and had no problems with it for the last 5 months. On the 8.1 vortec, when you run it and this thing starts to malfunction or shorts, or this boot starts to slide off, and then those 3 wires, I don't know, they just get weird or something, and then your temperature gauge becomes erratic and it's jumping everywhere, and the truck's misfiring. It's not running right because it's not getting the proper temperature, because that's how it helps determine your fuel mixtures to make sure the engine's getting the right type of fuel and air ratios to run right. And it was just a problem. And the problem with these sensors, and this is the big pet peeve for me, this is just a coolant sensor, right? So you could buy an AC Delco coolant sensor or anything else, as long as it's not one of these 3-wire ones. You can buy them for $30. You can buy good coolant sensors. This isn't even a name brand one. This is from Parts Geek, and it was like almost $100. And then if you go with like a GM original one, it's $200 to replace this sensor. And then long story short, I went and bought another one of these. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll buy one. So it was another $100, and I went through Rock Auto and bought it. And that sensor alone, again, it's $100, and I got it, and the wires literally just like fell off the sensor. I made sure I did everything I could, knowing that this short's right here, to not touch those wires, and it still ended up being crap. So I'm gonna convert it. So I got the inside outside plug. It's like a MPT 1/2-inch plug, and then it's got the 3/8 inside diameter. And these are much cheaper sensors. Yeah, it sucks. My gauge in my truck won't work, but I have one of those torque app things, so it keeps track of my temperature anyway, so I really don't need it. And it comes with the pigtail, new plug, and everything. And these are a lot less prone to have problems. And more than that, these are like $20, $30 for an AC Delco one. So they're cheap. They're like your typical probably LS coolant sending unit. So it's got the ground and power, which is the same thing as the 8.1 has. Like I explained before, it actually only has 2 wires that go to it, as you can see, and that's a ground and power. So I'm hoping that with this, I won't have those problems anymore. And then if something does happen that fails, then I could just go to the parts store, and it's $20, $30, whatever. It's not a big deal. These, when I called the parts stores, they didn't even have them in stock. They'd have to order them. And again, like I said, they're $200. So and it failed on me. I had my skid steer behind me on a trailer, and my truck started stumbled or something, which was weird. It stumbled once, and then it drove fine, and then I loaded up my skid steer, and it was starting to head home, and it started misfiring, and then it would straighten out, and then it would start stumbling, misfiring, and I couldn't understand. And I looked over at my torque app on my phone, and I see my temperature gauge is -34, and then it goes back up to normal temperature where the engine's probably running at, and then drops down to negative, and it was just screwing up the computer and not letting it run right. So we'll do that today. Pretty easy. I'll just explain it because I don't want to do the video part of it. Put some RTV around this just to help seal it. Or actually, I probably won't do RTV. I'll do a thread sealer, and then do the same thing with the sensor and install that. I won't need to do it since it already has it. So we'll just do it on that, install that, let's thread this in there, and then we'll solder this pigtail on there, and then I'll show you guys, see if it works. Awesome.